Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: how the F do you make friends as an adult if you don't drink? Related, I drink a fuck ton and I don't have many friends. Me too. I can't believe I finally found you, friend. Yes, there's 3 of us. What can we do to make this official? Hobbies. Edit, too many comments to reply to. Thanks for the awards, however put it towards charity, I have no use for them. Hobbies alone was a broad statement. Basically the goal is to meet new people. Seek discomfort is a good phrase and a good model presentation of how to meet new people. Google their YouTube channel. Hobbies can be good, but it's hard to find the small groups that have no internet presence. Volunteering, charity work, etc. is more aimed at helping X, while you benefit in socializing. My anecdote, others may vary. The other fishing, hunting, etc. groups come from making connections. Door knocking, leaving letter etc. asking for permission and slowly building a blue book of properties to hunt and fish while cleaning up their property in return. Plus you can ask if they want me to take anyone in their family with me or can I bring a person over etc. after trust is built. Lastly, if anyone reads my handle. It's okay to be alone. I'm alone but not lonely. I have read it to come socialize with you assholes. But father, it's okay to only have a few friends you connect with. The key aspect of friendship is respect. If they don't respect your time nor you as a person as you do them, they aren't your friend. Edit, the YT channel isn't seek discomfort, that's their catchphrase, it is yes theory without the quotations. https youtube.com/c/yes theory. I second this. It's significantly easier to make friends and connect, especially if you're shy, if you have mutual interests, even if you don't share the same level of enjoyment in the hobby. It's also a great way to get closer to someone if you do already know them, and opens up an opportunity to have them talk about themselves so you can learn more about them and who they are. What happens when your hobbies are all isolating? I love to read and play single-player video games, and like farming sims and Mario-type games, doesn't invite the crowds lol. I do actually participate with BookTube a lot for a way to be social with reading, but I've yet to make friends from it, but it is nice to find strangers to talk to about books. I started inviting people from online dating sites who said they were looking for friends to play D&D. Some of them were actually looking for friends. I also started a fencing group in my area and advertised it in relevant Facebook groups. A few people showed up and now we occasionally do things that aren't fencing related. Some of them were actually looking for friends. I laughed way too hard at this. I've made quite a few friends from online dating over the years, we get on but there's no attraction, p. You guys do chain link or privacy, usually. This is what popped into my head first as well, just a bunch of dudes standing around a field driving posts in the ground just getting to know each other, ha ha ha. Borrow tools and actually give them back. I've got to consider you a top-tier friend before I'm lending you any tools. A neighbor borrowed one of my cordless drills, and actually gave it back. However, I won't lend him any more tools. Why? He thought the drill was too dirty, so he cleaned it in a dishwasher. Edit, inquiring minds in the comments wanted to know what happened next. First of all, yes, he washed it with the battery, so the battery vented. That's probably the only reason why he admitted to such unconventional cleaning methods. He had to come clean. He offered to buy me a replacement drill, but I've asked for a cash value instead. Bought myself a set of replacement bearings, new battery pack, then blasted a chuck with rust inhibitor and now I have a new drill plus quite a bit of spare change. And a neighbor that always cleans his gardening tools in a dishwasher. You see someone doing something you do or like to do or are curious, hit him with a compliment and then with a follow-up question. Met some of my best friends because I liked the colon they were wearing, ha ha ha. Edit, cologne. Keeping the error. I am not myself today. Edit, damn you people and the unrelenting colon comments. Edit, thank you for running the train on me with rewards. Good analogy. The trick is to be positive, always be in a prostate. I love the smell of your colon, wanna be friends. Works for dogs. Have you considered joining a cult? Joining a D&D group is basically joining a cult without all the sacrificing animals. Without all the sacrificing animals. Your DM sounds atypically boring. Slowly. Hobbies, community involvement, through work. Good luck. If you like doing things with your hands, wood/metalwork/fabrics, etc., electronics, or programming, hacker/makerspaces are great. They usually have themed events and classes, as well as social events. That's where I made my current friends when I moved to a new city. https://wiki.hackerspaces.org/list_of_hacker_spaces. https://makerspaces.make.co. Searches for my city. No matches. Sad 3D printer noises. Join clubs, meetups, activities, hobbies, work, volunteer, online, or simply go out to socialize during the day or early evenings. Dungeons and Dragons. The first couple of times bring some goodies, if you want to grease the wheels. Fucking best way to find friends, went from 2 to 20 in a couple of months. Links for people that want to play D&D:. For finding a group, Reddit LFG. Basic rules, Rule set PDF. Site used for online D&D: Roll20. Site with pre-made characters, ask the Decimeters if he allows use of these, pre-made characters. More tools, D&D Bio. The closest I have gotten to making new friends is through 1. My kids' sports, just hanging with the other parents or coaching teams. I don't consider any of them to be friends, but we enjoy hanging out and shooting the breeze at games. But once sports are over I'll never see them again, but if I run into them randomly, I'm sure we'll chat for a minute. Solid acquaintances. 2. Video games, just having a regular group of randoms in a server regularly is nice. I play a racing game and the others are typically all from other countries, but text chat is fun and it's at least interaction with people I don't live with. If I really wanted friends I'd probably have to go back in time and do a better job keeping in touch with my old group of buddies. Beyond here is an edit due to it's never too late to keep in touch reply. Edit: yes, I agree it's usually never too late, but when you literally don't even know what to say or talk about with an old friend, who was a very good friend, and you are hoping that you can just talk about their kids' sports, I think it is pretty damn late. But this happens to millions of people, it's normal, and I don't dwell, or recommend anyone else dwell on it. My parents, mid-70s, moved into a 55-plus housing community, houses not assisted living, and they've made friendly with neighbors, play cards, pop in for a drink on occasion, so maybe it gets easier later. And I'm not really sad about not having friends. I'm a bit to myself and enjoy short earnest conversations with the many people I've gotten to know. 1. My kids' sports. Maybe because my wife and I are insufferable assholes, but we can't stand most of the parents of the kids on my son's baseball team. They're like carbon copies of the worst Karen you've ever met. Youth sports is a super weird place. If it isn't City League, like any kind of travel, it gets worse. Join a sports league. For example, we have Zog Sports. You can join things like kickball or cornhole leagues. Guys and girls play. If they don't have one in your area, maybe start one. Some people on Facebook started a golf group for people who like to play golf in my area. I joined that one to meet new people. You could start a tennis group or even a gaming group. There's a local place near me which is called Play Hoboken. They have get-togethers for pool, tabletop tennis, chess, desktop games and even Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe look for a similar business in your area. I'm part of a book club. We meet online every month after reading a book and talk about it. I was introduced by a friend. Again, may need to search a bit. Even if you don't drink, you still can go to a bar. Order a club soda with a lime. No one is going to know you aren't drinking a vodka/soda. All of these are great. I just want to touch on number 4 as I am a bartender in a place that's typically very popular. You're more than welcome to hang out at a bar and not drink. Thrilled to have you, truly. You're gonna be easy to manage and I know you're not gonna get wasted. That being said, club soda costs very little and you probably get free refills. So if you go to a bar and just drink club soda, make sure you tip your bartender appropriately. If you hang out for 2 hours and have 5 club sodas, you'll get a bill for like $4. This means the 20% rule no longer applies. Try to throw your bartender a buck each time they bring you another club soda. It'll only cost you a few dollars and no bartender will scoff at $1 per drink. They'll be thrilled. If you're hanging out at a bar within a restaurant, the bartender probably makes more money off of people dining at the bar. If someone wants to sit at my bar for dinner and can't because Steve is here sitting with his club soda, I might ask Steve to stand up. I love Steve and I want him here, but this other guy wants a steak and a bottle of wine, and that's good real estate. I love my bar regulars who don't drink and they keep me and my bottom line in mind. So come hang at my bar. My turn to shine since I moved countries 3x as an adult. Ranked from most effective to least. Work, never eat lunch alone, organize hangouts after work. Professional networking organizations, nothing bonds more than hating your industry / job together. Going out alone and chatting up strangers, women here, and have befriended men who approached me this way, so don't say this won't work for men. You just have to genuinely want to be friends instead of being a creeper. If you have kids and they have kids, they'll want to be friends. Reddit, if someone in a niche subreddit you're into happens to mention they live in your city, just go, hey, I live there too. Want to meet up? The more niche the sub, the higher chance of making friends. Random fun classes / activities, if you're both into it, you probably will click. Online dating, surprisingly made many good friends of this. Of course some were with benefits. New mom groups, everyone is depressed to a certain degree, sleep deprived and desperate for support. Social media, made a few genuine friends, also got some creepers, so it's a gamble. I used to love smelling eraser dust in high school. Did you have a reason for choosing the name you did? Maybe you two should meet up. Alright, genuinely curious. I'm 21, never had many friends, was relentlessly bullied until I finally got to fucking college. On top of being bullied, I have severe trauma and struggle with trusting people. I'm in therapy and working on this. However, my biggest struggle is that I feel a compulsive need to compartmentalize all aspects of myself. Work me, family me, real me, school me, and friend me are all very different versions of me. I find people at work who seem super chill, but even if they ask me to come hang out, I just can't. Like, I find it incredibly difficult to socialize with people outside of designated areas of life. If I met you at work, you're a work friend. If I met you at school, you're a school friend. Going out and meeting people also feels really weird and uncomfortable. I don't know if this makes sense, but suggestions are welcomed. I think it's good you recognize what you're struggling with. I think it's actually normal for people so separate people into work friends, drinking buddies, etc. As we get older, our requirements for friendships just go up because everyone has so much commitments, family, relationships, work, etc., that we have little time to invest into friendships. So people naturally become more selective with who they become friends with. I noticed every casual friend I converted to a lifelong friend had one thing in common: when I was there for a rough period / moment. Here are some of the cases. I was the only one to visit her in the hospital when I found out she had a near miscarriage, and visited her regularly to entertain her during bed rest. I didn't act awkward after she confessed she was a former heroin addict. I kept checking to see if he's okay after his father's death. Those moments don't come all the time, which is why making good friends is hard, but if they come and you're there, you'll definitely be a lifelong friend.